Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Wednesday, the 26th day of November 2025. I hope you're all safe and healthy today. I hope your families are safe and healthy and that the needs of you and your families in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the area of health along with first responders every day, 24/7, 365, saving lives. Those also that pick up garbage, keep our places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children that are victims of child molestation and pedophilia. Those that are out here trying to rescue people that are victims of prostitution and child prostitution, pornography, child pornography, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, profiteers, and perverts that make these industries exist, and hopefully they will all soon cease to exist. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. 700,000 men, women, children, families, senior citizens, and military veterans homeless in the United States of America. Blessings upon them. For theirs is the kingdom. There's going to be a basketball game tonight in Charlotte, North Carolina. The New York Knicks will be visiting the Charlotte Hornets to wrap up a 5-game road trip. The Knicks, during this road trip, as a matter of fact, let me just take a look at that. During this particular road trip, I think they're 1-5. I just wanted to say, let's see. They started the road trip at Miami. They lost. They won Mavericks. They lost Magic. They won Nets. So they're 2-2 on the road trip. That's what the Knicks are right now. 2-2 on the road trip. So a win today would give the Knicks an opportunity to finish the road trip 3-2. With all this talk about, are we worried about the Knicks' road record? I mean, come on, man. Why don't you stop trying to create narratives that don't make no sense, don't care, nothing about it, nothing. Okay? No. So if they win tonight in Charlotte, they'll be 3-2 on a road trip. Pretty darn good for a road trip, especially when they're missing all the players that they're missing. But this is not going to be easy. The Charlotte Hornets are only missing Pat Connaughton, which means they have their full contingent. And it's very rare in the LaMelo Ball era that the Charlotte Hornets have their full contingent. They've been missing, for various reasons, Miles Bridges. They've been missing Brandon Miller. They've been missing LaMelo Ball. And so they've been missing a lot of players in and out, especially those three. But tonight, all of them will be available. Ball, Canopo, the rookie, Brandon Miller, second-year guy, dynamic player, Miles Bridges, the wife beater, Ryan Kalkbrenner, and then, of course, you got Musa Diabate, a defensive and rebounding fool, Zion James, solid player. I think he was out of Duke or North Carolina, one of them, solid player. Then Colin Sexton, the wild country boy, and then Trey Mann. So they got a pretty good squad. And we're coming to visit them. So, yeah, we got to be ready to play. So for the Knicks, the only one out, as far as we know, is Shamet and, of course, OG. Those are the only two players that are out. Everybody else is ready. So you're going to have Mitchell Robinson starting, which means Deuce McBride will start. You have Mitchell Robinson, Deuce McBride starting today in the rotation. And then, of course, you're going to have also Karl-Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, and finally, of course, Mikal Bridges. A nice starting five. I need Deuce to be aggressive. He was aggressive last time. He just didn't shoot the ball well, but he was aggressive. Need him to keep doing that. And hopefully he's fully recovered from that flu, and he's ready to go today, and the Knicks are ready to go. On the bench, you're going to have Josh Hart. You're going to have Jordan Clarkson. You're going to have Yabusele. Now, the last game, and this is the thing I wish we did know, but we don't know, who is Brown going to give minutes to? Is he going to give minutes to Huporti? Is he going to give minutes to Diawara? I'm talking about rotation minutes. Is he going to give rotation minutes to Kolek? This is the thing. You don't know. We have no idea. After we get Brunson, Deuce, Bridges, Towns, Robinson, after we get Clarkson, Hart, and Yabusele, we don't know what this dude going to do. He could be playing Kolek. He could be playing Ariel Huporti. He could be playing Diawara. Now, I said before the last game, I thought Diawara would get, the most of the minutes out of them three. As it turned out, it was Kolek who played 17 minutes, and then it was Huporti who played 13, and Muhammad Diawara only played 5. The thing is, as I said, Huporti especially needs a consistent the slot. If whatever it is, make it consistent so he knows what he has coming. A guy like Brown that's going to play, as he said, 9.5 guys, and I just named 8 shorties, and then we don't know after that. Pick a guy that's going to be your 9th and 10th dude and stick with him. Okay, that's all I'm saying. And I hope he does. I mean, he has admitted that he's still learning, that he's still tooling with the rotation. Okay. We know the 8 guys he definitely has, and pretty much like I said, before Shamet got hurt, we knew that if Mitchell Robinson and if OG's healthy and Mitchell Robinson was out, Shamet was starting. Now you got OG out with, and so Shamet is out, so now Deuce will start. Those are kind of set in stone. We kind of know that. That's going to be the situation. If in the last game, if you got both Mitchell Robinson and Shamet out, you're going to have Josh Hart and Deuce starting. And that worked out pretty well this past game against the Nets. So that's pretty set in stone. Now we're still, the picture's still developing as far as what his full rotation will be. I know we'll find out. We're only in this is game 17, so, we're still early. We'll find out. Got to be patient. Tough to do in New York, but that's what we got to do. As far as Shamet, we haven't heard anything yet about any update. We probably will soon. I would hope today or tomorrow, something about his shoulder. My guess, number one, with respect to Landry Shamet, from what I observed of him over the last year and a half he's been in New York, if there is a way, I don't know whether it be surgery or non-surgery or whatever, that he can come back this season, that's the way he's going to choose. If there is no way he comes back this season, then whatever the way that gets this shoulder completely healed and ready for next season, that's what they're going to do. So if he goes the non-surgical route, and if they can rehab him back, pop the shoulder back in place, probably what they did last year, and rehab him back into playing shape, then that's the route he's going to take. We're hoping for that route because that means he can come back and be ready for the stretch run of the season and the playoffs. We're going to need him for that. Now, like I said, we'll find out. The Knicks are not only very secretive with respect to medical situations, but they're also very, very thorough. So they're going to get multiple opinions. They're going to look at multiple angles. They're going to take their time, evaluate him, and see what they come up with. But if there's any way that he could rehab the shoulder and get back in the lineup this season, Chandler is going to choose that way. He's not going to just take the surgery and sit the season. He's going to choose that way and come back. That's the type of guy he seems to be. So let's hope that's the case with him. So this is not going to be an easy game tonight. Do not think they're going to just go into Charlotte and walk all over these guys. These guys are pretty good. They're a young, hungry team. Like I said, they got young players, very talented young players, and LaMelo Ball, of course, very talented, dynamic with the ball in his hand, very dynamic. So he's running the show today. He'll be there. The kid Knoepel could shoot the rock from the 2-guard spot. Brandon Miller already showed us he went off against the Knicks as a rookie. We know about Miles Bridges. They got another young boy, Ryan Kilbrenner, at the 5 spot. I think he's a rookie. Moussa Diabate can rebound that basketball and defend. He's very good at that. He's a mini Mitch Rob, but he's more available. And then Sion James, we know about Colin Sexton. And then there's Trey Mann out of Florida, another solid player they got on their bench. So this is not going to be easy. But the Knicks got to come to play. And this is a good game because the Knicks are the better team, but this is the league. The better team doesn't always win on a night-to-night basis. The better team could change. When you get to a 7-game playoff series, the better team wins. Okay? And so when you get into the playoffs and each round that goes by, those are the best teams. No matter what the reason, injuries or whatever, those are the best teams. And in a 7-game series, the better team wins. But in the regular season, it's a grind. Any particular night, somebody could be hurt, somebody could not be hurt. Somebody can be off, somebody can not be off, somebody can go off, somebody can be cold. Any particular night in the league, anybody could beat anybody. And the Knicks need to understand this as they go to Charlotte. Charlotte can beat them. So they have to take that in mind. and they have to play their game as usual. Defense, guarding the paint, rebounding, ball movement, low turnovers, okay? Keeping them out the paint while we get in the paint when we have the ball, okay? We get in the paint. We need Brunson, everybody, Brunson, Cat, Deuce, Kyle, all of them, Bridget, all of them get in the paint. I'm pretty sure. See, Clarkson has been really playing well. This last game, the refs took him out the game. He was really trying. The referees really took him out the game. Hopefully they don't do that again. If you let Clarkson play, he gets in the paint whenever he wants to. So he will be a factor. And of course, Josh Hart, we need him playing defense today. He was not playing defense last weekend, but he did play defense very well against the Nets. So let's bring that to Charlotte. This is not an easy team to guard. They're more offensive than defensive, okay? So this is our shot. If we play our game, we get the 3-stop sequences, we should be in good shape because they're very much an offensive team. Not a defensive team at all by any stretch of the imagination, but they're an offensive team. So if you let them get on a run, they'll score 20 on you in 5 minutes, or less. So you got to really, and LaMelo Ball looks like he's chucking that 3, but when it's dropping, it's wet. So you got to get up on him. So defense is very important. We need to win the rebounding battle, especially the offensive rebounding battle, which is why we're glad Mitchell Robinson is playing today. Got to do that, okay? So rebounding, especially offensive rebounding, guard the paint, get in their paint, move the basketball, which means we want to see at least 30 assists. And small things, of course, like hit your foul shots, that's a given. Keep your turnovers low, that's a given too. So if the Knicks play their game, they are the better team. They will win. Question is, will they? And a lot of that is up to the head of the snake, which is Jalen Brunson. You can't get happy on LaMelo Ball and start trying to take him. Play team ball, okay? I am not as concerned with full court pressure from anybody in this team except 2 guys, Colin Sexton and Diabate. They will guard 94 feet. Diabate is a really good defender. He can easily guard 1 through 4. And so he will guard 94 feet. So will Colin Sexton. We don't want Brunson trying to press against them, especially when you got all these other guys that can bring the ball up and get the offense going. So these are keys here. We got to play our game. If they play their game, if you start seeing a lot of 3-stop sequences from the Knicks, it's going to be a good night. If they let LaMelo Ball start popping 3s from all angles, all places, all over the court, it's going to be a long night. Same with Knuppel. He can shoot. Knuppel, but he can shoot. And Brandon Miller is a player. He's a dude. So he's just a young boy, but he's a dude. So here we go. And then Miles Bridges is explosive as well. So like I said, they're an offensive team. They can go off on you. But we got to play our defense, and we can't let them get long, quick, explosive runs. Do that, they'll be in good shape. Enjoy the game tonight. Be safe. My peoples are starting to come in here today, so we're happy, getting excited. My wife done did all this cooking. We good. So enjoy the game tonight. Enjoy your company or wherever you're going to be. Be safe wherever you're going. Drive carefully. Please do not drink anything alcoholic and drive. Do not do it. Okay? Every Thanksgiving, there's a lot of fatalities from drunk driving. And a lot of the drunk driving, I've been around a lot of drunk drivers. I used to do ministry with them. And a lot of it is due to depression. It's not even about right and wrong. They're so depressed, they drink and then they jump in the car. So be careful. You got to drive for yourself, and you got to drive for other people that's going to be fools today. Don't you be a fool, though. Be safe. Sure.